What's up, everybody? It's Klaus here, and wow, we are living in some crazy times right now. I know it's a little bit scary, but in this video, I want to give you 6 steps to help improve your acting career during this time. Coming from me, this is what this channel is all about. I want to give back and help people. I've been blessed to be able to become a professional actor, been on top TV shows such as Homeland, Billions, Silicon Valley, Happy, The Last OG, been on great movies, films, independent films. I had the opportunity to work this past week just on something right before we kind of had to go into this quarantine, self-quarantine time. But I want to give you 6 things to do right now that are going to greatly increase your acting career moving forward. The first thing that I need to ask you to do is to hit the like button and subscribe below, hit that notification bell, because I'm gonna be posting stuff like this a lot more frequently right now since we're all pretty much working from home, and it's gonna be great content, things you need to hear. And I really care about giving back and helping those in need. I know it's a scary time right now, so please be sure to do that. Also follow me on Instagram because I post there pretty much daily, and you'll be able to see other aspects of my life as well on there, and we can interact. But quick story before we go into these 6 things that you can do for your acting career right now that are very, very, very important. This is the thing about the entertainment business. It's a really scary time in it. Obviously in this channel I have I set out before we were having this whole problem because I want to be able to help actors and those following their passion to create an abundant life for themselves, be a rich artist, not a starving artist. And then when times are tough, it's a really big wake-up call. When times are good, they're great, but you have to prepare yourself. And these 6 steps that I'm gonna give you are things that you will be able to prepare yourself in these times and work on your career, but also you should keep doing when everything's okay, because it's really gonna make these times easier. Quick story, I have a friend that's in the business. He just had a kid, just bought a house, and works as on a top TV show. The thing about it is, his wife just took off. He and this is, millions of stories like this, but he can only work if everyone's together. It's not like he can go to another job, another movie set. Everything's shut down right now. So, other than unemployment, and who knows when that's gonna be able to kick in, but, and getting some financial help, like that's scary to live paycheck to paycheck like that and have this job, that career where you're hoping on, there's no end in sight either. It's just indefinitely right now. There's a lot of people wondering when this is gonna come to an end. So it's a scary time right now, but I wanna give you these 6 steps so that you can help prepare yourself. The number 1 thing that you can do for your career right now, number 1 by far, is to focus on your entrepreneurial endeavors. What I mean by this is YouTube channel, what I'm doing right now. This is an entrepreneurial endeavor. Production company. I set this up beforehand, but getting things in order for a production company. This is the time. You have the time right now. There's no productions going on. If you were ever thinking about setting up yourself with a production company, this is the time to get that stuff in order. Number 2, writing. Now, I started this before this whole problem, this whole pandemic has been happening, but now is the time. You ever thought about writing that pilot, writing that series, writing that feature? This is the time to do that, to buckle down and do it. This is not the time to take off and say, oh, nothing's happening right now. Oh man, this is the time to get to work, because you're gonna come out of this so much stronger. And really, if you had any, which you should have some, if you're creative, and you're an actor, you really need to, hopefully there's something that you've had a burning desire to start working on. Now is the time to get started. Number 3, and this could be one of the most important things, get your online self-tape game up to 110% level. Get this thing going so much so you're such a pro. I just so happened to, even before this whole pandemic was going on, I wanted to be able to self-tape. Self-tape is something that has been increasingly becoming the norm, and it's only going to keep increasing, especially after this. So get your game on point. Get the right camera, get the right tripods, get the right lighting, get the right area in your place, get the right functions set up. But then also, here's how I've been doing it without anybody. And I've been doing this before this whole quarantining thing and before this new era has happened. But being able to tape on either my phone or whatever it is and have my laptop right there and be able to Skype with someone and have them be in their, think about it. Have them be in their comfort of their own home, reading the lines, you taping it and acting it out with them and saving. I mean, it's just as good as them being in there in person. And you didn't have to, for me, I used to have to travel into the city. Not that it's far, I'm in like a borough of New York City right now, but like travel to meet someone. Even if we weren't self-quarantined like this, to be able to, I'm not like I have to be self-quarantined, I don't have to be, but just, taking precautions right now. But being able to set this up so that you can do the self-tapes even when this isn't going on, this pandemic. You can be able to, talk to, hey, talk to your buddy. Can you read these lines with me? Work on something in like 15, 20 minutes rather than go drive 20 minutes, an hour to meet them, travel into the city, rent a room, bring all your equipment, like have it set up in your house and just read it off of Skype with them. I've booked work that way. So this is something that you really should get on point right now and go to work so that when the whole thing's done and productions start up again, you are way ahead of the curve. Number 4, update your materials. Resume, have you updated that in a while? Reel, have you updated that in a while? You can get on somebody that they're gonna need work right now and they're gonna be able to have time to do that. So get on that. Actors access your online profiles. Have you updated those? Your website. You really need to get these items in order. Number 5, go back and read your acting books. There's so many. I can even suggest a few. You can order them on Amazon and have them delivered. Audition is a great by Michael Shurtleff is a great. There's 12 guideposts in there that I think about before I go into every audition. Acting in Film by Michael Caine, that's a great book. I'm gonna list all these books below. I'm gonna put more links than I can even think about right now. A couple of Uta Hagen books, Michael Chekhov. There's so many books that you probably have that you can go back and reread these books, and they're gonna just from reading them before and now working all this time, going back to read them, it's gonna be a different perspective I have. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Number 6, get your lists in order. And what I mean by this is 5 producers you want to work with, 5 directors you want to work with. If you vibe and you gravitate towards their work, most likely they might relate to you. And you can, now, this is something that kind of was it was opening to me when it got me thinking in a different way. If you look at one person, say it's Brad Pitt, for example. He has, a production company, Plan B. There's a couple people that work in Plan B. He has an agent, he has a manager. Those agents and managers have assistants and other people. There are so many people around one person that are more accessible than that one person that is your dream person to work with. Get those lists, find out who they work with, and who they use as casting directors all the time on their projects. There's so much work to be done. And the first thing you can do is gather 5 producers and 5 directors that you really want to work with on TV and film, or however you want to make the list. But get those lists going, and that's going to greatly increase your chances. Right now, everybody's in the same boat. So people are going to have more time. People are going to have more time to read your scripts. I just sent a script to some people that, they didn't have time for the past year to read it because they were so busy. They're major players in the business. Now they're probably going to have that time. So, everybody use some empathy because everybody's going through this together. But, this is the time to get to work, and it's not the time to take off and vacation. So again, I hope you guys found this very valuable. If you have, please feel free to share this. And again, subscribe below, like this, hit the notification bell, because I'm gonna be putting out more content like this. Check out my other videos on my page, because they relate to other people. I have that vision. I want to create financial freedom for people that are creatives, and not just have that one side of their brain working, but to be able to have those entrepreneurial endeavors. Like right now, thankfully, I feel okay because of what I have set up before, and my entrepreneurial, it might be business outside of acting. That's okay. I have a real estate company, like a lot of people know, and that's set up and that's still moving forward, and we're figuring out how to, move forward with that, and everybody is able to prosper. And if you really set this stuff up now and work on this, you'll be able to be in the same boat. I really, hope this was able to add value to you. Again, follow me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so you'll be able to follow me and see other aspects of my life as well. Guys, stay healthy, stay safe. Good luck, everybody. And really just drink water, vitamins, and get some rest. And see you soon.